I just wanted to have a quick chat with everyone who's interested in doing a new custom house on a dirt lot. We can handle anything from a slope lot, cliffside lot, flat lot, you name it, we can help you with. Majority of the plans that you're going to need for city submission and approval. Typically, the two things that you're going to need right off the bat is a soil report done by a geotechnical engineer. And you're also going to need a topographical survey done by a land surveyor. Your soil report is going to be important for the civil engineering and also for the foundation engineering from the structural engineer. Your topographical survey is going to be important for above ground topography, how the lay of the land pretty much goes. That's going to help on the design side, it's going to help on the civil side, and gives you an overall footprint of best placement for your home on your property. So those are two big things that you're going to need right off the bat outside of our company and are going to be vital to the success of your project. There are things that we can start off doing while you're getting those things done, so we can start on the design development, things along those lines. So know while you're getting that, you can still start with the team on your project. What we would handle here at Design Everest is your design plans. So that's what your house is going to look like and lay out to be. Your structural plans on how it's going to be built. Your civil engineering, which is types of plans that need to be done from the building footprint outward, which typically are things like your grading and drainage and erosion and sediment control plan. And then we can also help you with Title 24 and CALGreen, which are your energy standards. So we're going to develop all those plans for you. And then you're going to submit those to the city or the county. We're going to support you through addressing any city comments that are part of our scope of work to aid you in ultimately getting that permit. And then we're also going to support you, through construction. So you're going to hire a contractor and you're going to give them all the plans that we've produced, and then they're going to give you an estimate that's accurate and precise, because we are accurate and precise with our plans. And then they're going to build off of that, and we're going to support them as well, because they're obviously working from the plans that we've produced. So we need to be in full support from initial design development all the way until that last nail's in the wall. So first step, going in a little bit more depth, is your design plans. So we want to take, how many beds, baths, style, how big you want your house, how many stories, size of garage, things along those lines, and incorporate all those things that you really want, with also taking into account your budget, what's code compliant and cost effective, and developing you an initial schematic design. And that schematic design you can revise to get to what you want, which is what we want our goal to be for you as well, and help guide you along to that end result. Once that schematic design is finalized, our designer will take that to permit level, which is your site plan, floor plan, sections, elevations, detail sheets. Those are going to be the important things that the county or city is going to want to see. From there, we need to actually do the civil engineering. So once we have that site plan developed, we have that soil report and the topographical survey, then our civil engineer on our team can do all the work from the building footprint outward. Like I said earlier, typical ones are your grading and drainage plan, your erosion and sediment control plan. Sometimes you need stormwater management plans, street improvement plans, and the list goes on. But the typical two are those ones that I initially stated. Those will be important for city submission. Then we need to do the structural engineering. Well, how the heck is this structure going to be built? We have this great design, this great layout, and now we need to figure out how that's all going to be built. So for the new construction, our structural engineer is going to take that soil report, which is going to be helpful for foundation design. We want to make sure we engineer what's proper for your property, depending on your soil condition and whether you're flat lot, sloped, etc. So the structural engineer will do the foundation framing, the floor framing, and potentially the roof framing as well, if you wanted do a stick frame built roof. We do see a lot of the time with new custom builds, just because they're larger structures, most people do tend to do pre-manufactured roof trusses, which means you have a company that design and engineers those elsewhere, and then they will bring those on site during construction and use a crane to set them on the floor framing that we've engineered and has been built. Or what we do as well is the stick frame, which is the contractor you hire is going to frame out that roof actually on site. So you have options, and we can support in either avenue, whether we're just looking at those truss calculations and details to justify that to our floor framing, or if we're just going to do stick frame. So then we'll create those calculations to support those drawings for foundation framing, floor framing, or foundation framing, floor framing, and roof framing. And then the other thing that you're going to need for city submission and approval is your energy standards, which are your Title 24 and CALGreen. Majority of that is going to be based on your design set of plans. So that comes to bare specifications that will be certified for your doors, windows, insulate, HVAC, cooling, heating, things like that. The contractor will pick out and purchase and just look at the specifications or specs of that product before they buy it. That's based on that certified report for Title 24. Both those are in CALGreen, which ultimately both those things get attached to your design set. So you have your design set with your Title 24 and CALGreen. You're going to have your civil set of plans. You're going to have your structural set of plans. You're going to have your topographical survey and your soil report, as most cities and counties require you to have that soils report at the time of submission with your plans as well. The one other thing outside of us that you may also want to get is a landscape architect who can design all the plants that you need for your property, plants, trees, etc. That would be something typically outside of us as well. Depending on the scope, sometimes we can take that on from a landscape perspective, but majority of that you'd want to find someone to do that. And so once all those plans are produced, which we guide you through each of those steps, your goal is to say, I like it, I don't like it, I'm ready to proceed, and we'll take you through that. You don't need to be your own project manager, and that's why we've created ourselves as that one-stop shop. For such a large project, you can work with Just Design Everest, and then we'll get you to that submittal phase where you'll submit the plans, you'll pay your permit fees, and then we're going to address, like I said, any of those city comments that come back to us to aid you in that permit, and then we'll support you through construction. So, you know, we love doing custom houses. We've done a lot of them all over the place. It's fun and exciting to develop something that, you know, either you're going to make this your forever home or starter home or whatever. It's just super fun. And I've built my own custom house as well with my husband and done additions to it and stuff like that to really make it your own for what you need it for. So it can be a really fun process. It's definitely a process. It's not a race. And we want to make sure you do it right from the start. And we're going to take that time and care and precision from the beginning so you have a successful project from the very start. So that construction goes smoothly, permitting goes smoothly, which all add time and money down the road. So we will support you, and we'd love to chat. You can reach us info@designeverest.com. You can email me, jessica@designeverest.com, or check out our website, designeverest.com. Appreciate it so much. Talk to you everyone soon. I appreciate it.